If your golf putting aim is off by 1 degree, your ball's going to miss the hole from 8 feet or just under 2.5 meters. So having the ability to start the ball online is critical to holing more putts rather than just having them hit the edge of the hole or miss the hole completely. Now, given that putting makes up about 40% of your score, then starting the ball online correctly can have a massive influence on your overall score. Hi, I'm Peter Knight. I've created this golf channel to help you become the best golfer you possibly can be. And today I'm going to show you a number of videos, a number of drills that are going to help you to get that ball started online and which will easily lead to lowering your scores. So let's have a look at them. There's a couple of bonus ones that I'm going to show at the end for how you can get breaking putts to start online. So make sure you stay till the end of the video. Now, if you haven't already done so, click the subscribe button and also the grey bell notification icon so that you get every video that I send out. Okay, let's have a look at the first video. So if we have a look at my setup here, I've got a laser on the far side of the hole. It's a little difficult to see because the sun's quite bright, and I'm about maybe 2.5 meters from the hole, so I'm about 8 feet from the hole. Now, the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to use this laser to help me get the ball to start more correctly online. So the first thing I'm going to do is find a straight putt. So when I've already tested this putt, I know it's a straight putt, so if I hit it at the hole to begin with, then it should stay there and go in the hole. So when I set myself up, what I'm doing is I'm lining my putter face up so that it's pointing along the line of the laser on the ground there. And when I swing the putter back and through, one thing I've got is a gauge as to my putting stroke path. So the path might move on a tiny bit of an arc, but generally reasonably straight back and straight through. But the important thing, particularly for here, is that I want to make sure that my putter face is aiming straight at the target and that I can get that ball rolling along that laser line. So setting myself up here, this is our first putt. And then from here, I just want it to start rolling nice and straight so that it goes into the hole. So now the second drill that I'm doing, I've put 2 tees in the ground here. Now the gap between the tees is a little bit wider than the golf ball, so my golf ball can just fit through that gap there. Now I can either incorporate this with the use of the laser, or I can turn the laser off, and so now I'm reliant on aiming my putter face squarely without the benefit of, or without the help of the laser. So again, putter face is lined up, so I'm looking to hit the ball between the 2 tees. Oh, one extra little tip. Now I've set this up so that I know that if the ball goes through those tees, it should go into the hole. Now when I stand over the ball, those tees may or may not look like they're in the correct position, even though I know that they are. Now if you find that's the case, then you'll have to do this drill a fair bit to recalibrate your eye so that what is straight actually looks straight. And it's not uncommon for a player to stand over the ball and to think that the tees are too far left or too far right. But we know they're square. So what we're looking for here is, again, to line up and then have that ball work straight through the tees and into the hole. That's the second drill. The third drill, and this one again, you can use a laser or without a laser, probably preferably without a laser. I'm going to use a coin, and I'm going to put the coin on the ground, maybe 50 or 60 centimeters, so a couple of feet in front of the ball, and then what I want to do is have the ball roll straight over the top of the coin. Now, if it rolls over the left edge or the right edge or misses, then my putt probably will miss as well. So when you do this drill, the ball will bump a little bit. So even if you start it online, it may not go in the hole, but the key thing is we're trying to get the ball started over the coin. So I'm controlling my start line more than anything else. So I'll remove those tees, put the ball marker down, or put a coin down, but I could easily substitute that for a ball marker as well. And again, when I'm hitting my putt, I want to start the putt so that it goes straight over that coin. Now if it does go straight over the coin and doesn't bump too far offline, it'll go into the hole. So there's 3 drills that you can do to help work with your start line. Now they're on straight putts, and as I said, we'd have a look at a couple of things that you can do with breaking putts to also get the feel of starting the ball on line. So let's have a look at those. So the first of these breaking putts is quite a short one, but I'm using my laser here again to help me. Now I've got the laser pointing to the ground so that the line running from the ball to the laser is outside of the hole by about almost an entire cup width. And we can see that the putt's not very long, so there's quite a bit of break here. Most players tend to underread putts on average by around about 50%. In other words, if I was to ask, say, most players, maybe even including me, how much break I thought there was on the putt, I might say, well, I just think I need to hit it just outside the right edge of the cup there. Now, if I did that, I'd miss it on the left. But what we can see here with the laser is I've actually got it almost a cup width to the right of the hole. So now, my objective when I'm doing this is to start the ball along the laser line, and as it tracks along that line, after it's tracked along the line for a short distance, it'll start to move away from it. And if I've judged the speed correctly and the break correctly, the ball should fall in the hole. So set myself up here, and I probably would have misread that because that looks like a lot more break than I think I need. But as we can see, it did go in the right edge of the hole, but it allowed me to work the break more correctly. Now the other thing I'm learning out of that is how much break I actually need for that particular putt. Now obviously that's only one putt, but if I move around a sloping green and do this type of drill with different length putts, different variations in slope, then all of a sudden I'm starting to build my bank of experience in understanding slope effect and how much that's going to make the ball curve. The more I do that, the more I'm going to be able to translate that into better green reading on the golf course, which of course is also going to help me to lead to lower scores. So my final drill doesn't require a laser, it doesn't require a hole. What I've done here is I've placed these tees again about 60 centimeters in front of my ball, a little bit wider than ball width so that the ball will pass through it when I putt it. Now what I need to do is hit one putt, and that's going to be my target putt, if you like. So set myself up. Now I can vary the length of this putt. I can hit it just through the tees or a little bit further. So we'll go a little bit further. Ball's gone through the tees, and we can see it broke away a little bit. Now the more severe the slope is, the more challenging this putt is, or this drill is, because what I want to do now is hit 2 more putts and have them finish as close as possible to that first one, which means that they're going to travel the same distance and break the same amount. So now I've got to control start line, and I've also got to control ball speed or distance. And again, the more severely breaking this putt is, the more of a challenge it is. The longer I try and hit the putt, so if I'm trying to hit the putt, a long way past the hole rather than just a short distance past the hole, the more challenging it is. So there's massive variety that you can build into this drill. Let's see how we go. So I'm trying to replicate that first putt by having the putt go straight through these tees. Okay. So I'm pretty happy with that one. Like I said, the more challenging the drill that you make this, the more you'll finish up benefiting on the golf course. So now each time you go and practice your putting, try and find time to do at least one of these drills, and you'll find that the payoff on the golf course is going to be huge. Some of them will take time, but you'll find that the skill of starting the ball on line, and if we think of it as a skill that by definition means it's trainable, then it's going to help you improve your golf immensely. Now if you haven't already done so, click down here to subscribe to the channel. If you click up here, then you'll pick up last week's video, and if you click down here, you'll pick YouTube's choice of the video that's most suitable to you. I hope it's one of mine. But I look forward to seeing you in the next video.